Just a quick reminder to everybody that this bat you see here, the HR Sports with the custom stickers that I created and the gloves, is all up for a giveaway. There's a video that I'll put the link to right up in the corner here, that one. And you can enter it just by commenting, liking the video and being a subscriber. And it's going to be given away at 10,000 subscribers. If you can, start sharing the video so we can get more subscribers. Let's get on with the video. It's Mark here, and if it's the first time you're joining the channel, then what I actually do is I review cricket bats. And today what we've got for us is a brand new A2 cricket bat. We haven't had one of these in a while, and we'll have a look at it in detail straight after this. Okay, so firstly, thank you very much, Akshay. Akshay sent us the KG Sports bat last year. I'll put a link to that in the description, and I'll put something up in the corner here. This is a bat that he contacted A2 Cricket about. It comes in a full-length cover. Bat there, it's an Omega, and it's a butterfly. The bat cover itself is a lot better quality, although that Velcro's just started to lift there. I'm not too worried about that. But I mean, it's well padded and it doesn't have inner lining that puts black marks on the cricket bat. So it's a good cover. It says Dream, Believe, Achieve. This is the bat here. It's a butterfly willow bat, and you can see it's English willow. It says that up here, got here across the front, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 grains. You can actually tell under this lighting, the bat is already scuffed. It's got quite a glossy scuff on it. You can see my light's reflecting on it, but you can see how deep those grooves are. I can actually tell that this has been machine knocked because I can actually feel a bit of grooving on it, just here on the soft sapwood. The reason they call this butterfly willow, it's not actually heartwood. It's done when the tree is pruned. The actual pigment leaches into the bat along this line here, and if you look at it in a certain way, you'll see the body and wings of a butterfly. Now, this particular type of willow was well renowned by bat makers of the past century. It used to be the most sought after willow because of its playing properties, and also you tend to get a lot of really straight grains. There are people who would say no, the best willow is the sapwood and not this stuff. So this stuff tends to go in that sort of grade 4 category. Some people like the butterfly stain in the actual playing area, and it depends on the stain. If you have a look at this one from this side, that's actually quite a deep stain we've got going on here. It's at least 1 centimetre, so that's really, really hard, and I'm not particularly sure that will have any playability on it whatsoever. But this area of the bat, right up until the stain, should be perfectly fine. The Omega, from what I understand, is sort of the low grade, and Akshay told me he paid $315 New Zealand delivered for this bat. Mind you, he did say that it was coming to me for a review, so A2 was sort of hanging out to see what I think of it. One thing I will tell you straight away is just how immaculately finished the bat is there. Similar way to the way that Laver and Wood would polish a bat. There have been some little dings along the way, probably here. I have to apologise to Akshay. The bat arrived early April. It's now the 9th of May. I actually recorded this once. There was a lot of crackling in the audio, and that was to do with the old laptop. So we've changed that over, and you should get a lot better sound now through this. Have a look at the shape that he's gone for. Real low shape, right in this sort of spot here. But really, really big edges this thing's got. Look at that deep spine toe. It is pretty heavily concaved, but look just how lovely those grains are running down there. Really nice and distinct, and real good colour on them. This will be a really nice bat. I do like the shape, I've got to say. It reminds me of something like a Donny or something like that. He did give me the initials, CBP profile, low profile. As for a full profile, well, he didn't get that. 43 to 44 mil edges, with 1250 grams maximum. Oval handle, thick shoulders, butterfly grade. And he said, is that all possible? Reply was, everything is possible. But he also asked them what's the width of their willow, and he did get a reply back that it's in that 106 to 105 range before the bat was even made. Now, they said that they'd do an 8 to 9 day turnaround, but I think the bat took about a month, with shipping delays and everything like that. the stickers themselves, look, there's a bit of embossing there, but they're basically designed to show the Willow and not take away from the Willow itself. As narrow a band as you can get to cover the splice, and just the A2, which is embossed over, and Omega embossed over. I'm pretty sure the Omega is the lower in the range. Let's firstly try and get it through the gauge. And yeah, on width, definitely goes through quite easy, and it even reaches on height. So it's legal. On this side, I'm getting 40.8, maybe 41. And on this side here, I'm actually getting a lot more. This side is like 43. So yeah, I guess the dude who was making them was only measuring it on one side. I don't know if it will impact balance that much. We'll start like we normally do up here at the shoulder, even though I've done the edge. 16.5, so nice and thick. And up here at the top of the splice, where we like to see as much wood as possible, they've maintained it. So 39.3 up here, which means less twist, more durability in the handle. Let's do that massive toe. 27.4 at the edge of the toe. And I'm expecting at least 40 on the center of the toe. 42.3. So massive, massive spine toe here. Not unlike what you would have got on the old Nearly Champion Halls from a few years ago. Just one sec, my microphone wants to make its way off. We'll measure the spine, but I mean, it goes through the gauge, no problem. And 63.7. It's quite thick. And we'll also measure the width. I'll measure just outside the scuff, 105.4. 105.6, so there's no attempt to narrow towards the back, it's just that the cleft itself is narrower. As far as bow goes, there's actually quite a decent bow on this, and it's in a low position as well. So I do like the bow on it. It's really nice, and you can see up here, nice grains and all the polishing that's gone into the wood. The other thing I do notice is that when they've knocked this, there has been some attempt, I imagine, to try and bone this a little bit. It's not perfectly flat to try and enhance edges, and they have put the edge tape on over the top of the scuff sheet. That scuff sheet I haven't seen before, it's really glossy. That's almost like a rhino tape, to be honest, like you would put on a car, which is perfectly fine. I wonder whether or not they've just put it on the face and put the edge tape over the side. I've done that before. So yeah, I did say that I could see grooving, and I'm just going to hold that up to you. So you can see that grooving in the grains there. The handle itself, we're looking at semi-oval, not oval, and the top is round. Doesn't feel too bad at all. Tree on how good the binding is, and you can see the binding here is really, really fine, and it's glued on top, which I always like to see. One thing I'll say straight away is the quality of the handle. Really nice quality looking handle here. Actually, it's not glued up here. It only seems to be glued down here. Remember, this is a $315 bat. We've been comparing bats lately to things that are costing $1,400, $1,500, but I don't think that's too bad a looking bat for $315. If you took the butterfly stain out of it, you'd probably be looking at a grade 1 bat. And it doesn't feel too heavy at all. It's actually really nicely balanced. So in my hands, maybe 210 this feels like. Yeah, 210, maybe 210 and a half. That's what I'm thinking. And this is in pounds and ounces. 210 and a half, and grams, 1200. So he was quite happy to go to 1250. I'm not too fussed about little imperfections like this, but it's good for them to get the feedback, you know, like that's something when you're actually measure both sides. Now let's get the mallet out and we'll test the performance, remembering that this is a knocked in bat. And into that low area, it's already starting to do a little bit. It's going now mid-low, really going on that where that A2 is. And it's going even up here. I mean, that's just bouncing off of it. Look at that. I'm just letting that go. That is really, really responsive. Now off the stain, I didn't think that there'd be any action on that. If you see those really thick butterfly stains, they're pretty much a dead knot. But you know, if you're bunting a ball and you just want it to die, it's going to do it for you. There's nothing above that, but just underneath it, it's as sweet as anything. Really nice, right from there. It's a really, really nice bat. And it does show you the difference between a well prepared bat, which this has been knocked in. You know, you could probably knock that a little bit more to try and get the grooving out, but a lot of people wouldn't care about that. But it's going to perform. And you got all that wood down in a low position. You can try and drive every frickin' Yorker that you come across. Pretty impressed with that. So there you go. That's the A2 Omega, 315 New Zealand dollars. So just on 300 Australian dollars. That is what you can get from A2 Cricket. I'll leave a link to them in the description. And thank you very much, Akshay, for providing the channel with this bat and being so patient with me trying to get things done. I've had daughter's birthday, wedding anniversary, Mother's Day, every imaginable anniversary. Yeah, it's been quite a busy time. I do apologise to all the people waiting on to see their bat reviews. I can only do one a week at max, and sometimes it's less. But yeah, there you go. That's an A2 cricket bat. We'll see you on the next review, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed this. See you in the comments.